Welcome in. I am Toy, and today I am going to be making making a key wristlet out of this placemat that you are seeing right here on your screen. If you were on my live last time, you know that I turned this placemat into a cute little tote bag. This is the tote bag that I did on my live last time. It's made out of placemats that I purchased famous Dollar Tree. I had this material, the lining came from Walmart that I got like, I say about 6 years ago, that I finally decided to incorporate. I thought that those two fabric prints complemented each other quite well. So I took the placemats and made a small little tote. And today I'm going to be making a key wristlet to go along with it. So yeah. So if you are a beginner sewer, this will be a good project to do. All you would need is your placemat. You're gonna need your hardware, which is the 1 inch for the key, for your keys to go onto. And then you're going to need some pins or clips, your scissors, sewing machine, your thread to match, have coordinated thread, and you will need the pliers to attach this onto the fabric. With the one that I'm doing today, I will not be using stabilizer because the back of the placemat is already lined. So I'm just going to leave that there. Let me take this off of there. And this is part of, this print is part of, it's one of Dollar Tree's spring collections that I thought was really pretty. Have measurements of 4 by 14. So I have my rotor cutter, and I have my ruler. And you gotta watch your placemats when you get them from Dollar Tree, because some of them are irregular, and if they are, it's easy to just, if you have this type of ruler, to just straighten it up and just recut. No harm done, you know. So push this up so y'all can see. Make sure that's straight on the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to cut straight across. Line that up. Yeah, I need some more. Alright, so you have your piece cut at 4 inches wide, and then we're going to do this at 14 inches long. So I'm just going to cut off a little piece right here, which will make it 14 inches. Alright, so now we have our 4 by 14 inch piece that we need. If you're just using regular fabric, and you will have your lining, and then you would put your stabilizer on the back of your main piece. They have fusible, then they have the sew If you use the fusible, one side is smooth, the other side is a little rough and bumpy. The bumpy side is the glue side, and you just face it down on the back side of your main fabric and iron that on. But I'm not using that because I already have the lining. And next, all I'm gonna do is line this up. And I'm gonna fold my fabric in half, and I'm gonna press that down. Take it, fold this, press it with my fingers first. And then I'm gonna press that down using my little iron. And I got this little iron from, I can't think of where I got it from, to be all the way honest with y'all. Alright, so that line that we have in the middle, we're going to take one side of our fabric and go in towards the middle. And we're going to press that. Let me know if you all tried sewing with placemats or any other type of material that came from a different item. Let me know in the chat. So I would love to try that. So now we're going to turn that over. We're going to take the other side. And we are going to go and meet that in the middle. And we're going to press that down. I have to get me another iron. My good iron, I no longer have that. Yeah. So. Alright, and as we're pressing that down, we're going to take this now and we're going to fold that in half. And I'm going to clip this to help me out some. And then let's get your place. I'm going to go ahead and press this down. And this is pretty thick. That's why I didn't use a stabilizer. So once it's folded, it's not flimsy or anything with as many layers that it has since I folded. Okay. I think that's going to be cute. It's going to be really cute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sew down both sides of the wristlet. I'm working on a small space, you guys, so bear with me. And I'm going to sew down, across and up. We'll be using a 1/8 of an inch, and I will be back tacking a couple of times, and you just want to take your time. Just take your time. All right, so we have our piece stitched together. I'm going to take off these extra threads. Now when attaching your hardware, sometimes I use E6000 when I'm putting those together. So you want to place them together, and you can put E6000 on the edges of them if you are not, you know, confident in them staying together. So you have that put together like so. Then you're going to take your hardware. Can y'all see that? You're going to take your hardware and you're going to put it on the inside of there. Get it down in there. And make sure that it's even. And then you're going to take your pliers, and I'm going to press down, not all the way, because I want to make sure that it's even. All right. I want to make sure that it's not crooked. Okay, so I got it down in there. All right. So now I'm just going to get my sides. And press down in the middle, securing. And you don't have to do it too hard, because sometimes these things crack. All right, and there you go. Now you have a key wristlet. Simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So now I have a key wristlet to match tote bag. And also, when you're making your tote bag, you can add like a key holder, or a little place for you to add your keys to, with like a lobster claw. You can do it that way. You can also add a snap, which I may do. Finally found my snap tool. So I may add a snap. So now I have a key wristlet, and I also have a tote bag, both made from placemats. I think it came out really cute. What you guys think? Y'all think it came out cute? Would you all try this? Or if you're a beginner sewer, do you think that's something that you may try? Not a professional sewer, not by any means. I make mistakes all the time. You're gonna make mistakes. I mean, but that's what that's what a seam ripper is for. You just undo and redo until you get it. And research. Do a lot of research. I do a lot of research. Sewing is not really that hard. It's very therapeutic to me. And if y'all just now joining, and you wasn't on my live last time, I done a Dollar Tree a tote from Dollar Tree placemats, and today I did a matching key wristlet. I think it's the perfect small project. It looks really good and matches the tote bag. And I think placemats are great because they already structured. You know, the placemats come lined. Some of them come with the foam already in the middle. I mean, you can find all types of placemats here, there, and everywhere. I just happened to be in Dollar Tree and seeing these when they got put out, and I thought that was a real pretty real pretty print. My projects like these, you know, are perfect for practicing on getting your straight lines together. And you don't need expensive fabric to make useful accessories. It's pretty sturdy. I didn't use a stabilizer. I just left the lining on there, and it came out very structured. And I believe that this size is great for gifts or small business add-ons. You can add these to your small business. They sell all the time, and it's custom. You know what I mean? Very custom. If you're into sublimation, you can get you some placemats, white placemats that are high in polyester count, and you can sublimate your own print on there. Or you can if you do DTF vinyl, you can get some plain ones and add your DTF vinyl to it. You can add that to your small business, you know. I do a lot of different things, and I haven't found one thing that I really like doing other than my satin bonnets that I do. Other than that, those are the main things that I really like doing, but it seems like that market is oversaturated. You know, if it's a certain way that you know, make your products, and you know that nobody else is doing it that way, then you don't have to worry about the market being oversaturated. You just do what you do. But yeah, if you're a beginner sewer, this will be a easy beginner project for you. If you have any questions, just let me know. If you want to see something else made from tote bags, let me know, and I'll let you know if I can do it or not. Yes, I most definitely will try to show you how. Or if I don't know how, we'll learn together. I'm not afraid to jump in there and try it out. I love a challenge sometimes. Let me know if this helped you out in any way, shape, or form. If you want to learn how to do ruffles, I can show you how to do ruffles. If you have this type of machine and it's just sitting in the box, I can show you how to thread the machine. So that is all I wanted to do today, is show the beginners that you can do something simple to start off and practice with. You're not gonna mess up anything. You will only get better as you do. Consistency is key. And I say just jump on in there and do what you do. All right. So please like and share, and follow me, and you'll know when I'll go live. So I'll talk to you guys later. You all have a great day on purpose, and I'll see you my next live. Talk to you later. Bye.